Plexiglass. See, if I shoot this way, it reads normal. Wolf. Wolf. Check. Whoa. So I don't know where I got this thing, but I need it. I guess maybe we advertised it once or something. It's a molecule. It's not a vacuum. I put a spell on you. That was Screamin' Jay Hawkins, not Howlin' Wolf. But I think this is better. Those are shows I've done already. I always save piles of my notes. See the plexiglass? Wayne Coyne was over here yesterday. Look at this little tripod. I'm out here. I can breathe again. I was... Doesn't matter, man. Look, here, let me just lay this out for you guys. Like, I kind of like coming out here, or I kind of like talking like this, but I really am not going to put on a show or anything. So if you really don't get me or like just listening to me ramble, it's like, just fuck off. And granted, I don't know if I'm really any more interesting than any other person that you know or anyone who has a story. I've just been doing it for a living for a long time. But, this is the raw goods here. But, so I seem to like doing these. I don't mind it. It gets me engaged. What'd you guys dream about? Anything? Look at this. This is a collector's item. Comedy Store hand sanitizer. Maybe it's not a collector's item. Maybe it isn't. But you know what it is? My LaFonda. This is a one of a kind. So, where's the guy that made me this marble? How's that guy doing? Use whatever options you have at your disposal to maintain your sanity. Too close? Am I? It's a metallic Boomer Lives pick. One of a kind. So let's have some coffee. Where are you guys at? Some fucking asshole was like, hey man, I know somebody who's doing the coffee in the morning thing on it. It's like, yeah, do you? You mean somebody else is using a coffee theme for their breakfast format? Wow, man. I'm a fucking thief. It's a new coffee. It's Cafe de Leche coffee. I still use the justcoffee.coop. Some of you remember me. Do I drink non-alcoholic beer? Rarely. It doesn't trigger me, but if I do ever have a craving for a beer, I will drink one. I have bought them in the past. I've had them in the fridge before. But you know the problem with non-alcoholic beer? None of the buzz, all the fucking calories. So fuck it. What's the point? But if I had a real craving for a fucking cold beer, I would generally get the Beck's. non-alcoholic. I had a situation here with the lights that was better, it feels like. It's all black coffee. So yesterday, man, I'm really kind of bumming out that I can't exercise because I need to, or else I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. What do I do if I don't do that? But the air today out here does not smell campfire-y. It smells kind of toxic-y. Like it doesn't, there's not the initial kind of like, hey, this will be fun. Let's go. Wait a minute. No, I'm not burning anything. It doesn't, it's like, so I'm not doing it. But yesterday I was fucked up, man. My throat, my nose, my chest. I was woozy. Or what is it, advice day? How'd I quit smoking? Dude, it took me... How'd I get off nicotine is the question. I quit smoking through various... I've done... You know what, man? I'm going to be 57 fucking years old this month. I've had like 5 fucking lifetimes. I can't... Like, I don't... I was thinking about that when I was making coffee today, because some people were like, you should get yourself a goosenecked kettle or whatever. It's like, you know, I've done all that. I've done all the things. I've had all the, you know, I've done cast iron. I've done, you know, all the different types of coffee makers. I've done, you know, the cooking. I've done the boots, the jeans. It's like, it's over. Over. Too close? I'm just happy I'm wearing a pocket tee today. You know how long it took me to find pocket tees? And it wasn't because it was some hipster thing. I just wanted a pocket tee like back in the day. And, you know, you can't just get the fucking pocket tee. Nipple shot. I had to go fucking, you know, American Apparel, which I didn't even know was a fucking company anymore, makes a pocket tee. But like when I was in high school, I just want a maroon pocket tee. I want to have a few Hanes pocket tees, you know? And then you wear your flannel shirt over them open. Kind of like proto-hippie style back in the day. Stoner style. 70s, man. Pocket tee. Marlboro box in the pocket. Flannel shirt over it. Open. Jeans. Do you guys remember, like, who you base your style on at different points in your life? Like, when you look at somebody, you're like, that looks like a good way to be. And then you do it, and then you realize, like, everyone's doing this. I know it wasn't exactly my idea, but I thought it was that one guy's idea. Nope. Everyone's fucking doing this. Soft pack cigs. Can you even fucking remember, dude? I was smoking in high school. I remember when I didn't know what to smoke. And I read an interview with Keith Richards, and for some reason, he said like he liked Marlboros, Newports sometimes. So I was like, all right, well, there you go. Go buy yourself some Newports and some Marlboros. I was 14. Can you remember what a part of your life those fucking boxes of cigarettes were? How fucking nice they were? Just to hold a box. Flip-top box of Marlboro. I didn't mind the soft pack, but I mean, you know. Smoking them all day long. Where's that guy? Is that guy still alive? The Marc that's smoking Marlboros all day long? No, he stopped, and he is still alive. It's me. Jay Fegan was the guy, though. Jay Fegan. I wonder if he's still alive. Any Albuquerque people know Jay Fegan? American Spirits were way not around. There were some fucking old dudes, you know, old hippie dudes, hand rolling the bugler, the fucking can of fucking bugler. Nasty. And then, you know, the hipster people, first generation hipsters started coming back from Europe with the drum. American Spirits, I think I was already out of the game by the time they came out. Maybe they just came out. I didn't like them though. Jay Fegan. T-shirt, flannel, and jean staples. They'll never go out of style, especially for us lesbians. It's like our uniform. Yeah. It's the best. Jay Fegan was this fucking dude, and he was the first guy I realized, like, I have to get a flannel. That was shortly after, I think, it must have been my, There was a short period there where I was in a brief Tom Waits phase in high school. Specifically, Tom Waits from the cover of Nighthawks at the Diner. I tried to affect that look for a little while when I was a sophomore in college or high school. I got the hat and stuff. So what's going on, man? It's you know what it's scary. It's scary. Is that noise bothering you? Hello, lesbians. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter. Oh, you want me to play guitar? I'm really only out here because I can't be out on the porch, and I didn't really want to be in the house. There's too much going on in there, and I didn't want to sit in there. I thought I'd come sit out here for a little while. Wayne, how's the outdoor noise this morning? It's fine, but you know what? Whatever it is that was shitting on my yard, it's doing it again in the exact same place. I cleaned up all the seeded shit. For those of you who are just getting up to speed, we had a fucking seeded turd problem over in the yard from unknown source. I don't know what kind of animal it is, and I cleaned it all up, and there was a few days where it wasn't there. It's back. Do I have to get a camera? I don't know if my mom made it to the stream. Should I tell her? Should we tell my mom? Tell her I'm on now. Can I hike today or no? Oh, like yesterday high? Can I hike today? This is where it gets riveting. This is where it's riveting. Let's text my mommy. I don't even want her. Do we want her here, you guys? Do we want my mom here? Seriously. I'll just put I'm on. And 4 hours from now, she'll be like, now? So, any dreams? I had a dream about Joey Diaz. You decide whether that's a good dream or not. He just checked in with me yesterday. I think that's why. I think your brain kind of loads up. You're just seeing how I was doing. Fuck. And then, he showed up. Yeah, man. You know what's weird? Is how much your brain doesn't want to believe that all this shit is going down. And, it kind of fights reality. And then you just kind of, those moments where you're like, oh, fuck. It's so fucked. He's in Jersey? Really? What's he doing in Jersey? How was Wayne Coyne? Wayne was good. He was good. But is today 9/11? Fuck. Al's not going to hike. Everyone's moving out of LA. Why am I still here? I love my fucking house. I just I can't, some days it's I'm going to go get a COVID test today. You want me to play guitar? I don't know what to do. See, this was going to be the problem. 19 years since Wayne is an anti-Semite. I didn't find that. I found Wayne Coyne has been on the show before years ago. And we're not, I wouldn't say we're friends, but he texts me pictures occasionally out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden my phone will bing and I'm like, what? And it's just some weird picture. Of him and his kid or whatever. So he was in town. He said, "Can I come over?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he just tested. He's negative. I put my plexiglass up. We masked up, and he came in here, and we took the mask off and did the thing for an hour and a half. I didn't get the sense he was an anti-Semite. Do I know Brett Butler? I do. Why the COVID test? Because I'm not living a monastic life, and every couple of weeks I'll go get one if I can. And there's really the lines aren't that bad anymore, and it's free and it's available. So, and what? Do I have a lot going on? Why not go down to Dodger Stadium and swab the mouth and get some news the next day and be like, hey, I'm negative. And that lasts for 2 hours until you touch something or go buy a piece of fruit. Well, this is a bad day. I was in New York on 9/11. I remember that, man. I woke up. I had my old fucking big ass Dell computer home thing, the home computer, right? I turned it on. I woke up, I turned it on, and on the AOL homepage, there was one tower. And I was like, what the fuck? What? Is this a joke? And I turned on the TV, and it was happening. And I just couldn't even wrap my fucking brain around it. And then we saw that second tower happen live. I was in Astoria. It was terrible, obviously, and the fucking ceiling in my bathroom was leaking from upstairs. And I remember I wanted to shower, and I went upstairs. I knocked, because I wanted to tell them. It was a couple and their 2 teenage daughters. They were Italian, from Italy, I think he was. And I was going to not just tell them not to run the shower until we can get the super to fix the pipe. And one of the daughters opened the door, and there was a bunch of people in there, and they were all gathered around a TV set. And I was the showers, and people were crying, and I'm like, I'm sorry, the shower's leaking. And she was like, okay, but my mom was at work down there, and I'm like, oh God, I'm sorry, So many people. But, I think I probably said, well, okay, it's okay then. I don't mind the water coming from the ceiling. I'm sorry. But they didn't show up. And then I went up onto the roof in Astoria, it was the fucked up thing about that day. If you were there, we were all there, but if you were in New York, it was the most crystal clear, crisp, beautiful fall day, man. Not a cloud in the fucking sky. And by the time I went up to the roof in Astoria, No planes, no nothing, no sound, no cars. The entire city was just like fucking not. You could hear a pin drop in the city. And just like that billowing smoke from that end of Manhattan. And the months after that, that smell down there. Do you remember all the fucking postings of missing people? That went on for weeks. These weird kind of shrines that were sort of evolving around the pictures of missing people. Wow. Another guy in the building was the guy downstairs. He came home once. He was down there at Ground Zero with the emergency help. He just broke down. Tough dude, Latino dude. And I think the most horrible thing was really like after, it's like people, I remember when we started doing comedy, how volatile it was. You couldn't go below 14th Street for weeks. I can't remember the timeline, but we were doing comedy fairly soon after. And it was just, everybody was in a complete state of PTSD or just maybe outright shock. And, and then like it became this weird thing in New York, like in the same way that sort of right-wing people look at New York as some sort of, haven of the elite or, intellectuals, or they were just so down on it. So, they all, New York represented everything they hated. But then because of this sense of, there was almost a sort of morbid patriotism that brought people to the smoking hole. Like it was like this pilgrimage from all around the country. I think it was support in some way, but in another way, it was just, it was like rubbernecking, and it was weird. Because the same people that would just shit on New York constantly and condescend it were flocking to the smoking hole. And it was weird, if you lived there, you were sort of like, what is happening? Well, you watched North Dallas 40 because of me? Yeah, it is a good movie. But I think it's important to remember this stuff. And I think it's fucking horrendous. Obviously, COVID is a different situation, but New York's quiet again. But the signs, man, it was just the signs, all these like hand copied pictures of people missing. And like in your heart, you're kind of like, after a few days of that hot smoking rubble down there, you're like, these people are gone, man. I mean, they're gone. But it didn't stop. It was like so long. It was so long that I think Union Square became almost like this living shrine. And people would go to comedy clubs, but they're like everybody was all fucking, in shock. And the laughter was really weird because, not unlike today, I think, but we don't have comedy clubs. There was this desperation for community. I guess it's different than today. I mean, that's the scary part about what's going on now, is that there isn't a desperation for community like there was after 9/11. I mean, that day, those weeks after, it's like people were really relying on each other. New York was incredible. the sort of heart that came out of all different types of people in the face of it. Like even before it registered, even before people started, hating on Muslims, like even before, like I lived 2 blocks away from this sort of Egyptian block of Steinway Street in Astoria, and it was tense, man. I mean, some people from the island went in there and they fucking broke up a coffee shop, an Egyptian coffee shop, but the way people came together, the way people transcended ideology or whatever after 9/11 was profound. It was obviously politicized almost immediately by Republicans. But the boots on the ground folks it was really something, man. The whole world, I guess. And I'll tell you, man, I've been down to that monument, to the 9/11 monument. It's really stunning. The squares with the waterfall. You would think that the sky burning, even though I said it in my special, but now I just think about it as something I said or something. You would think that what's happening now would bring people together. It's kind of fascinating, the sort of belligerence and strange kind of childish resistance to science and health and unity. The weird kind of nihilistic, mostly Christian death cult that's going on right now is, I said it yesterday, the fact that it's even like a question what should happen in November. Like that it's like, we don't know what's going to happen. It's like, it's enough. That's enough to call it. TKO. Democracy. Too heavy? Cell phones and reality TV destroyed empathy. That's interesting. I would say, I think, technology and anonymity. I don't know if it was cell phones, but I think what we're finding is that things like tolerance and empathy and community, the reason civilization works is that there was a certain set of norms and understandings and kind of like, aspirations. And it's turning out that selfishness is far more compelling to people when they're terrified or angry. And I guess that's an animal thing. I guess we're just getting back to the animal thing. Civilization was too tall an order. And just need to be some weird tribal bullshit. Democracy was an interesting idea. Too early? Too early? Oh, that was pretty good. Fuck, man. What's that whistle? So, I started really thinking my playing might convince you to like the blues. I don't know. It's just the foundation, man. It's just the foundation. Yeah, it's a Strat. It's just weird, man, because I'll watch, I try to play better, man, because there's some part of me that thinks, like, I need the licks, That's clean as fuck. Headstrong Deluxe, yeah. But why is the amp whistling? Why? Why is the amp whistling? What, it was a bunch of people playing it? Is it feedback? It doesn't seem like feedback. The pedal is off. There was no pedal. Did I see Trussell on here? What's up, buddy? Where are you? Duncan? Did I see him on here or was I hallucinating? Where's his bunker? He's a funny guy. Duncan Trussell is a very nice guy. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I always like seeing Duncan. What a fucking sweetheart. Duncan Trussell, after decades, got my name put on the wall at the Comedy Store. It's so... I love you too, buddy. Hey, Duncan, are you getting the same, mental dispatch as I am? Have they contacted you? You know what I'm talking about. Because it seems like it's on us. Am I wrong? And I don't know how you're handling it, but if you're hearing the same voice as I am, the responsibility is on us, and it might be too big. I know we're funny guys, but Jesus Christ, man. I know, man. But how are you handling it? Is it are you trying to get the message through? I know you did the funny thing with the that the heat was a scam. That was funny. That was good satire. You kicked some good satire, and I enjoyed it. But you know what's going on. Unfortunately, in order to sort of hold the destructive mirror toward against the unfolding QAnon cancer, if you figure that out, you got out of California altogether? Oh, that's right. I know you went to that other hot state. Right? Are you keeping it secret? Should we just get on and talk? Well, don't. It's all right. Enjoy your morning. So when Duncan Trussell was working in the booking office at the Comedy Store and was sort of relegated to, yeah, I know, publicists, spin doctors. It's more than just politics and publicists. It's like this, it's an aggressive authoritarian momentum on behalf of many craven, small-time grifters and very adept, computer proficient coders and programmers and creatives, really, that have sold their fucking soul to the idea of single party rule. I get it. QAnon is trailer trash Scientology. It's much worse than that. There's really, it's like, it's a ever-evolving constructed mythology used to be a foundation of fascist thought and to sort of dehumanize the other. And the other, like, the problem with it is it's not just going to be, before the concern was, who is the other? Well, it's rather races, minorities, Mexicans, whatever. But it's, now the other is going to be people who think differently. Dems, libs. Those are the people who are going to be up against the wall. Huge banks are the same people who used to sell shitty credit card insurance. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, these just small timers, man. Just a bunch of fucking craven small timers. Oh, so anyway, so Duncan, back in the day, Duncan, when he was working up in the office and beholden to the puppet, he was booking. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, man. But I think you should have called your CD "Beholden to the Puppet." All right. They're definitely organized. They're definitely not random loons. They kind of are hoping for random loons to be radicalized and to go do the bidding that they're too cowardly to do. But that's a different crew. That's the white supremacist militia crew. So look, he was your master. That's true. So when Duncan was beholden to the puppet and working upstairs in the office, in the booking office, and I got to LA back in 2000. I guess I came back here and what was that, Duncan? Was that like 2002? Was it that long ago, or was it after that? Was it after the divorce? When was that? Was it 2007? I don't remember. But he came out, like, I was sort of wandering around wondering if anyone gave a shit about me at the Comedy Store. And he's like, "Hey, man, Marc Maron, what's going on? You're like a legend." And guess what? 2002 or 2006. And I told him, like, I don't think anyone knows me anymore. I'd like to get back in and do spots and stuff. Because I came back, all right. If you want to talk, Duncan, just request to join and we can do it. Just to talk about this, though. I don't want to fucking go down the rabbit hole. So I was like, my name's not even in the wall. And he's like, "Oh, man, all right. It's like, I can't believe it, man. That's crazy. That's crazy." And he got it taken care of. He got my name painted on the wall because by that point, Mitzi was losing her mind. And I think that Duncan was actually running things. This was, I think, before he even got, into the Rogan orbit. I mean, Duncan was just this dude. He was a comic. And he fucking, yeah, man. He was doing what he had to do to fucking get stage time, and he fucking got my name on the wall, and it was a big fucking deal. Thanks, buddy. Like that fucking mattered. That wall that will soon be destroyed and become a parking lot. That wall was so important. It's still important. But thanks, I love you. I hope you're safe. Now, see, I got to get out of here. I'm going to be the guy. It's like, who didn't get out? Maron didn't get out. God damn it. What? I don't even like, I need help, man. Okay. Moved to Austin with Rogan. I don't know. Is he living with Alex Jones now? How's that working? Are they roommates? I don't really want to go to Texas. I might be able to go to New Mexico. Or Ireland. I'm looking into at least going to Ireland. Please someone tell me that I'm doing the right thing by not exercising today, because the air is fucking out here is gas. I've been to Austin. I know what fucking Austin is. The hipster Alamo. Austin is where people start and where they end. But in the middle, they try to do another thing. I really feel like I should go. You did yoga inside? All right. I feel like since I'm out here, I should fucking at least record the goddamn guitar for Monday or something, right? Indoor yoga, I don't want to do it. Vermont. What do you, I can't just, like, okay, I'm answering questions and people don't know if people are asking them, but here's the thing about this little tripod is not the best. But, oh, what a mess. See that light? No good. Right? All right, I'll do it. Hold on. I never get sick of those chords. Boomer lives. So does Monkey LaFonda. That's out of the way. Okay, so I guess I'll go soon. Yeah, I play acoustic. I got to restring it. Why am I the only idiot left in Los Angeles? I like this house. Okay, I guess I shouldn't hike. I know I have an amp problem, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't think it's the amp. It comes and goes. I think it's a matter of how the pedals are grounded or something. Do you think Bob Woodward was one? Don't blame Bob Woodward. It's like, don't fall for that garbage. Take it out of the conversation. Blame the fucking idiot who's in charge. God, people just take the bait. Unbelievable. Why distract it? Yeah, it's Bob Woodward's fault. 200,000 people died. What the fuck is wrong with people? My pick is very thick. I use a V pick. This is oh, you can actually see it because you can see through it. It's an Ed King V-Pick. I don't know if he makes them anymore, but they're very thick. All right. Have I ever tried an AeroPress? I told you earlier, I've tried all of them. I try them all. I don't have time for a fucking AeroPress. It's like weird, stupid, fine grind, big syringe business. I just want to get this shit in my body. I didn't drink coffee for like 2 years. Now I'm back on it. I just want to get it in. I do a giant fucking plastic cone, and I just put it in the thermos, on top of the thermos, 32 ounces. So 32 ounces of hot water, about 11 or 12 tablespoons of coffee in a cone. I take a Pyrex measuring cup, fill it with the hot water, pour it over. It's good. What am I grateful for today? I'm trying to do that gratitude thing. You know, because I'm not always aware of it. I'm grateful that somehow or another things in my life turned out okay after years of fucking struggle and fear but I landed on my feet just in time for the end of time. But that doesn't mean that I can't be grateful for landing on my feet. Too close? Use all options at your disposal to maintain your sanity. Yeah, I'm looking gaunt. Thank you. We are all one together. I know. I just wish it wasn't all. Here's the fucked up thing about. Did I get the silver box set I sent? Old Silver Tongue? I don't know what that is. No Zoloft. I know you're talking to each other, but I can't quite get it all. Is that there's nobody that can say it's going to be okay. That's the weird thing about now. It's like everybody that you may have relied on to sort of like guide you or support you or lie to you. Not in a gaslighty kind of way, but just in the kind of way like your mother lies to you. All their credibility is shot. And it might not be okay. And sitting with that is difficult. So, use every option you have at your disposal to maintain your sanity without being detrimental to someone else's. Too close? Nothing is predictable, dude. Is it not? I don't think that's true. What if the world isn't ending? I don't think it is. I think what we understood is our particular reality collectively is probably buckling. So look, you guys are great. Take care of yourselves. You need a joint, Marc. Dude, do you know what you write? You know, when people write these stupid things, like trolley things, like, I smoked weed every day for a good chunk of my life. It was okay, but it's the last thing I need. Ooh, is this a new normal? No, this is not the new normal. It's going to be worse. This is a transition period. Okay. Bad way to end. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How's that? TGIF, right? TGIF. I really hope you do well. What does that mean? You in the future? I don't know. I'm okay. Yep. That's right. All right. We got a lot done today, and it was helpful to me. I hope it helped you. Or at least we got out of it for a little while, right? Did we get out of it for a little while? I don't know. I don't think Duncan did send an invite, or maybe I didn't see it. Or he could have texted me if you really wanted to. But, he's got his show. I got my show, I think he just did 12 hours with Rogan, so he probably needs to regroup a little bit. Okay. What about Buster? That's the weird thing about Buster is, getting to know Buster. Buster was a neglected cat because I had 2 old cats. And now we're kind of like feeling it out. He's finally figured out that he's the only one. And we're kind of getting to know each other. That's where he is? He's in NC. No shit. Buster's a weirdo. All right. Have a good day. Be careful. Okay. Bye.